So here's the problem with the GLP-1 medications. I'm talking about Mounjaro, Wegovy, Ozempic. So let's make an analogy. There's a big difference between hormone replacement therapy or bioidentical hormone replacement therapy and taking anabolic steroids. The goal of hormone therapy is to optimize and get your level of testosterone to a normal or optimal level, whereas the goal of anabolic steroids is to take whatever dose is needed to make you really buff without regard to the consequences. Now, how is this relevant to the context of these GLP-1 medications? GLP-1 is a compound or chemical that is naturally produced in your gut in response to eating certain foods like proteins, fiber, fat, etc. The reason why people don't have enough GLP-1 nowadays is because they're not eating enough real food. But the solution is to produce the right amount of GLP-1 so that you're not hungry between meals and that you can get back on a regular schedule of only eating at meal times. But when you inject one of these GLP-1 agonists, which is a synthetic version of the hormone, it's not the real hormone itself, you're constantly sending the signal to a part of your brain related to your satiety, telling you that you are full for a period of 7 to 10 days. So people get to the point where they actually almost have to force themselves to eat. And when you are almost having to force yourself to eat, what are you most likely going to eat? Stuff that tastes good, you're not going to eat the healthiest meal. And that's what got you in this problem in the first place. It's not that I am 100% opposed to GLP-1 medications. I know for a fact, because I've been trained in peptides, that they do have beneficial effects in terms of reducing inflammation, in terms of improving cognitive decline. But the doses that providers are using for those reasons is way less than the doses that are being prescribed for the weight loss side. In fact, the weight loss doses of those medications is even higher than the doses that were initially used to treat diabetes. So they are taking advantage of a side effect that was discovered that people on these medications achieved weight loss, and they are leveraging and capitalizing on that side effect without regard to the long-term consequences, which in my opinion and from my perspective as a functional medicine specialist that knows about nutrition and the importance of different nutrients, when you're not eating or forcing yourself to barely eat for 7 to 10 days, you're going to end up with nutrient deficiencies. What's the importance of having these nutrients? Your cells need them in order to produce energy and in order to function. If you're going to do something, make sure it's not going to put you in a worse position than you started out from. So like I said, I'm not anti-GLP-1, but what I do recommend and encourage is that if you are going to take the medications, first of all, know all sides of the arguments and the pros and cons, and then work with a provider that understands both the short-term and long-term effects of being on these medications, and someone that is aimed to use it as a tool in the short term, but to be able to get you off of the medications at some point by concurrently working on things like your nutrition, your lifestyle, and the other factors that cause those systems to be out of balance in the first place.